Lesson 3-3, Divide Whole Numbers. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to divide whole numbers in the thousands by 2- and 3-digit numbers and divide with zeros in the quotient. Let's take a look at today's problem. Alaska has 33,904 miles of shoreline. Connecticut has 618 miles of shoreline. How many times the length of Connecticut's shoreline is Alaska's? So to find out how many times the length, which will be in, we would divide 33,904 divided by 618, and that would be written out like this. 33,904 divided by 618 equals n. We can first estimate this problem by using compatible numbers that we used or learned about in the last lesson. So if we take a look at this 33 and this 6, I can think in my head 6 goes into 30 evenly, I know. So I'm going to estimate this to being 30,000 divided by 600. So I can do that in my head, and I get that that equals 50. So my answer should be close to 50. Okay, so now we're going to actually divide the problem out. So I need to first figure out, where does my quotient begin? I have 618. So I need to figure out, where is that quotient going to begin? It doesn't go into just 3 or 33. It doesn't even go into 339. So I need to go clear over here. So I'm going into the number 3,390. So my quotient is going to begin right here above the tens place. So when I take a look at that, 618 going in to 3,390, that goes in there 5 times. So I put my 5 right above that tens place. Our next step in division is to multiply. So 5 times 8 is 40. I carry my 4. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 4 is 9. And 5 times 6 is 30. Now I subtract. And then I need to bring this 4 down. So now I have 618 going into 3,004. Well, if I look here, I went in 5 times and it was 3,090. That's too big. It's close, but it's too big. So that's easy for me to realize it's only going to go in there 4 times. So now I multiply. 4 times 8, let me cross that off. 4 times 8 is 32. Carry the 3. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. 4 times 6 is 24. And then I subtract. 10 minus 7 is 3. 9 minus 4 is 5. So 532 is my remainder. That's a big remainder, but we had a big number to work with. 532. Now, we're going to go through and we're going to check this by multiplying our quotient times the divisor, and then we have to add in our remainder. Okay, now I'm ready to multiply to check my answer. 4 times 8 is 32. Carry my 3. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. 4 times 6 is 24. I put down my 0 because I'm now multiplying by the tens. 5 times 8 is 40. Carry the 4. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 4 is 9. 5 times 6 is 30, and then I add this. 2, 7, 13, 3, 3. But then now I need to add in my remainder that I had. 532. Oops. So now I'm going to add that up. 2 plus 2 is 4. 7 plus 3 is 10. 5 plus 3 plus 1 is 9. 3 and 3. So that checks out with my original number, which was Alaska's miles of shoreline being 33,904 miles. Sometimes you're going to need to write one or more zeros in the quotient because the divisor won't go into the number at all. You'll just put the 0 down and subtract. Don't skip writing the 0. That's very important. So let's take a look at our example here. 1,073 divided by 53. My quotient is going to need to start here in the tens place because 53 doesn't go into 1 or 10, but it would go into 107. So 53 goes into 107 2 times, so then I multiply and then subtract. And I need to bring down. So here I have 53 going into 13. It goes in there 0 times, so now I multiply by 0. 0 times 53 equals 0, and I subtract. I have 13, so my remainder is 13. 20 remainder 13 would be the answer for this problem. Let's take a look at one last problem. I have 33 going into 99,038. My quotient is going to start here in the thousands this time because 33 can go into 99. So 33 goes into 99 3 times, then I multiply. That equals 99, and I subtract and have 0. I bring down this 0. So 33 goes into 0 times. Make sure you put that 0 up there and don't just skip it. 0 times 33 equals 0, and I subtract and have 0. Bring down the 3. 33 goes into 3 0 times. It's okay if you have more than one 0 in a row in your answer. 0 times 33 equals 0, and I subtract, and that's 3. Bring down the 8. 33 goes into 38 one time. 1 times 33 is 33, and then I subtract and have 5. So my remainder is 5. It's important that you remember to put those zeros because our answer here is 3,001 remainder 5. If I had skipped those zeros thinking that they're not important or you don't put zeros down, I would have ended up with 31 remainder 5. So way different number, and that would be incorrect. So don't forget to put the zeros down. They're very important.